Hey guys, and welcome to segment 5, the last segment.
It went so fast. I'm really sad.
Went so fast, but kind of not. No, it did. All right, so segment 5, and this one is on color math. And it really gets everyone so excited. Actually, I'm going to make you super excited. Anyone who ordered summer from Tibi, from the wholesaler, like all those great specialty stores, we included in their box a package of 100 Color Wheel stickers. So if you're in Colorado, if you're in Ohio, if you're in New Orleans, you can go anywhere, you can go in Berlin, wherever, and you can get like a little package of or not a package, you can't take the whole package, that's rude, but you can get one color wheel, okay? So this is about color math, and this is not about like do your colors and be all like winter, spring. That's not what this is about. This is about understanding the vibe that different color combinations make. This is not about right or wrong, but it's about knowing that when you are feeling in a rut, that maybe it is because you are continuing to combine the same 2 color rings together. And that it's just like even the outfits, you keep getting more and more exaggerated, but they're still the same color rings. Yeah. And the color rings, the combinations, the way you put them together, that is what is creating a vibe, making you feel the same.
Yes, I agree with that. Mixing colors is an art. It's like, I want to put on colors that make me feel a certain way, and the art is me. When I want to feel stronger, I wear black or higher contrast items. When I want to feel softer or easier, I wear colors that are closer on the ring. So jumping those rings totally is the vibe. That's the art I'm creating every day with the Tibi color wheel.
Yeah. So let's jump in right away and explain visually with 3 models what we mean by when we say that creating the way that you mix the rings together creates a different vibe. So let's bring out the team here. Cool. Too big of a shoe.
Yeah, lost a shoe.
Okay, so what we've got here is all of the team members are wearing color ring 2 here. They are wearing a neutral. We can all say that this is like a general light khaki color. It was easy to describe. We didn't have to have a big debate around it. So that means that color is ring 2. And ring 2 is where your neutrals reside. In ring 1 and 2, that's where your good neutrals live. Ring 3 are those colors that cannot be described. You would have a debate with friends on how the right way is to describe it. And then ring 4 are colors that are saturated and easy to describe. It might be baby yellow, baby blue, red, green. There's very little debate on what that color is. So with Davina here, you have mixed in ring 2 with your neutral here. So this is giving a more classic vibe, a more sharp. You probably feel quite polished when you're wearing this.
Very clean.
A little preppy probably.
Very preppy.
Yeah.
Especially with the white button up showing underneath the sweatshirt polo top.
Exactly. So you're really leaning in to this ring 2 vibe. And if you wanted to feel different at all, you wouldn't really have to change this. But if you put on like a bright colored shoe, it would make you feel like a little crazy and fun, which is what you've done with the silver shoe. You guys can't really see that. Or if you put on a ring 3 shoe, it would kind of give a little more cuccinelli vibes to it, right? But the mixture of these neutrals together creates a vibe that is very clean and very crisp.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Then we've got Sloan here. And Sloan has got on ring 2, but she's mixed it with ring 4. And so this is giving like a little more of a colorful vibe, right? And it's a little brighter, a little happier.
A little bit more fun. Yeah, I feel like this is not necessarily something I would only like exclusively wear in a professional environment. Like I'd wear this more of like the ring 4 colors, going out with friends or going to a party or something like that.
Yeah. So this is, she's taken the ring 4 saturated color and she's mixed it with a neutral. And then we've got Grace here, and Grace has got the ring 3 color mixed in here. So you're giving
I mean, and
very elegant and
Again,
chill.
the color that you can't name
Yeah.
and it being settled, which I think is really great because it allows you to be playful at the same time, not go over the edge.
Yeah.
And again, this is the crop, and we always talk about how the crop is really good just to kind of meet the high pant waist. So
Yeah.
like, as you can see, the band is showing a little bit. But this is just really easy.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, with the heel, especially because I am 5'1", using the strap in a very like smart way.
Yeah.
But altogether, these colors are harmonizing and really like comfortable on the eye instead of it being so bright.
So when you mix those ring 2s with ring 3s, it's just a very soft vibe. That is absolutely what you're giving there. Like lots of nice softness. So very cool. Thank you. Wait, let me do one thing just since you're here. I want to show you this softness here. This is like if you had a red skirt in your closet. Sometimes people are really drawn to red. I know I am, and it can quickly become a problem child, right? Because you're like, do I wear it with black or white? Don't wear it with navy. It's like, you know, 4th of July, like, so, but you can see that like putting this here together takes that red down a notch and gives it a very different vibe than the other feelings in your closet. The other feelings that it's giving aren't wrong. It's just giving you new options now, for sure. Thanks. So here, Katura, let's talk about what you're wearing.
Yeah, so I'm wearing pumice
Mhm.
from spring
Yep.
back to the summer green. And I've been wearing a lot of like monotone looks lately, but
Yep.
how can I add some depth to that and actually still be in the tone that I
Right.
want? So
Sure.
pumice actually adds, I have a white shirt also.
Okay.
Pumice actually adds a softer tone.
Yeah.
That's not the monotone, that felt a little bit heavier. And it's not
Yeah.
bad, it's just
No.
more airy,
Yeah.
easy, calmer.
Yep. And what's great too is like what's been created here, you're right, like it's very calm, it's very easy. And so, you know, if this can fall into the world of like, you know, if you think about calm, subtle brands, like Cucinelli just always comes to mind, right? I mean, I live in Greenwich, how could it not? So this can give Cucinelli vibes. But the thing is I always want a little more modern spirit.
Right.
So that's why when this is together, having this in the sporty nylon, having this zipper detail
Yeah.
is what's gonna keep it a little bit more in your voice.
Yeah. I actually have on my shorts underneath, my black shorts. So if I wore black with this pumice, it's a different feeling too. Like
Yeah.
ring 3 back to pumice is different. I have a shirt. I'm gonna pop on my white shirt.
Yeah, because I wanna see, that's
Okay.
what I was desperate to see,
Yep.
how sharp that was. So
I have
let's
it.
see what happens there. I am mixing in all ring 1 and 2. So you can see like Katura there, she was wearing all ring 3s. I am mixing in ring 1 and 2. And it works. It's a different vibe. Now what I'll say is when I do this though, when I mix in all neutrals, the things that become very important to me is a mixture of proportions and a mixture of materials. So that's where this guy becomes really important, because if I was wearing just a clean black Nappa leather slide with this,
All flat.
it would feel a little flat, right? It would be a flatter fabrics and then that flat slide. But wearing that texture on that shoe, when we had the shoe session earlier, the texture is what is lifting up this whole outfit. So if you've got a lot of neutrals in your closet, a shoe with a lot of punch in texture in a ring 1 or 2 is gonna really make your neutrals work harder. And then the sweatshirt gives it a great new vibe. This is that lightweight sweatshirting in summer. And then I'm wearing it with the netting belt. So if I was wearing just a pure leather belt here, that again would give it a more
Jesse, it would be like more serious.
you
Yeah.
know, it's like it would be a little theory vibes, although
Yeah.
this is much more
More
interesting
corporate.
proportions, but more corporate vibes.
For sure.
So this is like, yes, this could be corporate, but not.
Right.
You know, I'm with you, but I'm not.
Right.
type
I also
vibes.
think this is a great business casual. When they say business
Yes.
casual, it doesn't mean khaki.
No,
Like,
this
show
is
up
what
as
they
yourself.
mean.
Yeah, this is
So
what they mean.
I'm wearing all ring 2s, and what was important when you're wearing all ring 2s and 1s is that you're leaning on proportions and you're leaning on textures.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've mixed ring 2 with ring 3.
Right. And so I love that I'm really getting the true good ick from the
Yep.
skirt because the shine against the matte and also the high contrast of white with the color.
So I think
That's
what
good.
we find ourselves saying a lot when people mix a ring 2 with a ring 3 is you end up using the word fresh. It feels
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, like, when I would go in to LA, people would always, way back in the day, they're like, you must do so well selling in LA. And I always thought, I don't know, because when you shop in LA, so many of the stores, like, everything looks like it's just been a little rolled in the dust, you know, like it's a
Yeah.
little stretched out and it's a little rolled in the dust.
Yeah.
And so it's a very chill vibe. So for me, I love having this really, really chill subtleness, and then this white gives it a fresh vibe.
Yeah, totally.
Very clean at the same time. Okay, so I think the team over here, they're gonna come out and they're, oh, let's bring Daphne out
Yeah.
right now. Daphne's here. Yay. I love it when Daphne surprises me with I'm in town.
And it's always on
Bring her
schedule.
out.
It's perfect.
So Daphne is wearing all ring 3 here. So when I talked about the LA vibe of things being rolled in the dust, that was one of the problems I wanted to solve for. I'm like, how can we get this like super, super chill vibe, but still give it like guts
And
and
refinement.
strength? So when you're dressing head to toe in the ring 3s, this is where things can start to feel much softer and more elegant. So sometimes leaning into styles that have the toughness of the zipper, they've got the construction of the vest, they've got the ease of the jacket, they've got the high neck in this t-shirt. Because like had this t-shirt, Daff, if you'll come up, this t-shirt, had it been like more like wobbly and stretched out, like
Yeah.
no, you can get by with that maybe in like a sharp black or navy.
Yeah.
But in a ring 3 color, you're wanting to like really pull it in and give it strength. So, and then you got like the shine on this shoe here with the Old Barons, like that is giving it like that good amount of friction.
Yeah.
A head to toe spring 3 once. So you can't like describe your color.
I can't. It's
Exactly.
not just one color, but it's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I totally see you running around
I
in
know,
this.
I love it.
You want to do your little dance
Yeah,
here?
from the collection, like this
Yeah.
was the thing that I wanted.
Yeah, it's
The
so.
color, like I love it.
I love the Baron
And the
color with
Baron,
this, how
like,
soft it is. It could, alone or with black that would stand out, but
Yeah.
it's like you're in one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
1 ton 9.
Yeah,
So 1, right?
I'm a 1 exactly. Well, yeah, I'm a 1 because your eye is coming right to this.
Yeah.
To this. You're none.
Yeah, you're none.
Yeah.
You're none because
Which somebody would think you're none because you don't have a color per se.
right, but my eye went to
Right.
here. Here, my eye just lands.
Yep.
Right,
think
and you're
we're-
back at 1.
Yeah, we're back at 1.
1, 1,
No.
none.
Yeah.
Cool. Which is all 1 because remember the idea of 1 ton or none is that you feel very settled in your clothing when your eye lands in one place. And may we have, do you mind the white shoe? You know,
I already know.
we've done this before and it just seems to drive the point home.
All right, guys.
So basic.
I can't unsee it either.
You
When I'm walking
can't.
in the train, I'm like,
Damn.
1, none, ton, 1.
You guys, okay, I don't know whether to look at her top, I don't know whether to look at her shoes.
You need a sign for it.
But no matter what, like, I don't know.
And it
like,
also feels more
you
chill.
become a different person.
This also feels more chill too. It all feels different.
When you match with that shoe, you are someone who, I mean, like, sure, am I gonna have you do my taxes? Straight up. I trust you.
Because you think I've been living in Florida in the winter months and I'm ready.
No, but you know what I think? I think you're very fastidious. I think you're very like.
Oh yeah, I wanted to match my clothing to my
It's
purse.
going to point, it's going to match
Yes.
up, you
Yeah,
know, and here I'm like, we're hanging.
Yeah.
We're going out for drinks, we're gonna have a good time.
You don't want to hang with me?
Let's see some
You're like,
chips.
you're not my friend.
I mean, you are my friend, I just, I probably more likely hired you to
You're like, but I'm not talking to you
do
outside
the
of the
books,
task.
to do the books. Get those books done, please. Okay, yeah, so
Right.
different vibe,
Yeah.
different vibe.
Yeah.
So one ton or none is about your eye landing in one place. It went there, you saw when she had on the shoe, it was like boop, boop, I don't know where to look.
Yeah.
What we're not gonna do today is the ton, and that's when you're like, rah, you go full on the colors, and you've gone so full on that your eye just lands.
But you go full on texture sometimes, right? So ton,
Yeah.
we might not do it, but ton in black or texture is a thing.
Yeah, but you're still seeing one. That's, yeah.
Tricky color math.
Tricky color math. And math is not, it's not easy.
I'm
Everyone
not good
knows.
at it. Thank God I'm not on the accounting team.
Okay, all right, so we got our last team rotation coming out here. And this group, amazing. Okay, so here we have got Sloan. And Sloan, you'll see, is wearing, actually stay back here for a moment because I want people to just see the difference all together. Because Sloan, you're wearing the mixture of all the neutrals. You've got on the white, you've got on the cream color, you've got on the navy, you've got on the brown sandal. This is that pile up of neutrals. And this is where things become so interesting when you're just like, I'm not trying to match my navy with navy and the whites with the whites. Like all of these colors in this group, boom, you just pile them on and they all go in together and it feels really rich and has lots of depth. Then little Grace here, Grace has got on ring 2 in the navy and she's mixed it with ring 3. So that's giving like super interest and depth here. This is a color combination that a lot of people, when they see someone in that, they're like, oh, I would never have thought of that.
It's depth.
Yeah.
It just kind of gets you out of the norm and at the same time look really put together.
And this is where, I'm just gonna reach behind you here, like any of these good, strange ring 3s, these are the color combinations, again, that you feel a little smarter when you wear them, right? Like, and again, it's not about doing that every time, but this is quite often the color combination that most people miss in their closet, missing the ring 3s, and they just give so much longevity to all the pieces in your closet. And then Davina here is mixing in ring 2 in the navy and the black. So that's her ring 2, and you got ring 2 on the shoe, and then you just like boom, like you got the pow of like the ring 4 in that sock, and that is giving like so much excitement. So Davina, if you'll come up here, you can see like if Davina had put on, actually take one step back so we can really see the sock. You know, if you had put on a tan sock or a gray sock, it would have looked chic,
Yeah,
but different vibe.
yeah. I think this outfit is me being chic, but also playing with texture play
Yeah.
and color, which is a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And also with the Brodies being an unexpected shoe, it's, you know, a vibe and a story to tell others. It's like, oh, I never thought to pair this with this. So.
And also the way, like what I really love here too is you've got the blue sock on, you've got the touch of red here, you've got the touch of the orange up here, and it just, nothing feels overwrought, but it's very creative, and it, you know, when you do that, you can't help but feel
It's
like a
almost
creative,
natural.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good thing. All right, cool. If you'll walk a little bit closer. So here, you've got the bright white shoe on. What were you thinking like when you went with that pop of white here?
I wanted something clean. I wanted like a really like another element, but without me putting a color or something that's taking away from all of these combinations. It's just enough where it's like peeking through, but at the same time, very kind of neutral, pretty
Yeah.
neutral. So
And very fresh.
yeah.
And I think this is where, you know, had you mixed in like a dark brown shoe, it would have worked, absolutely, but it would have given a different vibe. So remember, when you are trying to figure out what colors to pair together, what you've got to figure out first is, what am I going for? And then when you get dressed, what you do is if you put on the brown shoe first, or let's say you start with the white shoe, you can easily then step back and you're like, okay, well this is just a little too punchy. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be quieter today.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you just take that off and you put on the brown shoe. And what happens for a lot of people is, if you were to put this on and say, doesn't feel right, you don't know how to break it down in your closet. And really being able to think critically, and it doesn't mean like talking smack about yourself. Thinking critically means you're able to break down the elements and pinpoint the things that are like the crux of the problem. And so if you put that on and you felt just a little too sporty, a little too poppy, kick that shoe off, keep everything else on, try it with a brown shoe. If that doesn't work, try it with a red shoe. You know, this is where you need to like experiment with fixing yourself, these elements in the closet, before throwing out the whole like bathwater with the baby. That's really okay. And then Sloan here. So when Sloan's wearing all these neutrals, this is exactly what we went through when I had all my neutrals on. The key thing is you've got denim, you've got ribbed, you've got raw edge, you've got the little bit of shine in this kind of satiny finish, and then you've got like the strength and guts of that clean raw edge cut leather there. And this, like, if this was all different bright colors, if you went with like a time, I don't know, with all that texture and everything, you probably would have felt a little too much.
Right.
And if all of this had been the same texture, being in ring 2s and 1s, you would have felt too less.
Mm-hmm.
So ring 2 and 1 with all the texture is what gives something a lot of punch. So as you build out your closet filled with neutrals, what you want to think about when you're buying your neutrals is getting in that range of textures. That is how you build out your neutrals. And a lot of people, when you see like an article in a magazine and it talks about like build up your neutral closet as your perfect foundation, and then they recommend like 5 pieces in the same level of denim and the same level of cotton shirting, that will not build out your closet. That it's like you've just put in one vibe only, and it's going to feel very dull when you build into it. So your neutrals really, really go with the textures. This ring 3 is really, really critical because it is like the glue that brings everything together. And then these saturated items out here, they are the things that give like the words that we kept using were fun, creativity, pop, exciting. So let's wrap this puppy up. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a day.
I know, it was good. All right. All right, Miss Fancy Pants.
Give you one sliver.
And did you like shorten that too?
You know, I did a little something.
It's MacGyver. Sorry.
She saw me.
What is
My
MacGyver?
God, it's MacGruber.
It's like,
What does that mean?
it's like,
It's rigged.
Well,
rigged.
I
mean,
do, but I've never seen
No,
him in a Bandeau
she doesn't
top.
know regular TV. She only knows movies. This is like A-Team. This is like Mr. T era.
when off camera, I'm sure I can show you. It's
But did he wear tube tops?
Yeah, maybe. Knight Rider.
Was he not? Okay, I want to respectfully request, if you are following TCL, it is the Tibi Creative Lab. Please check it out. It is an area where, I mean, we really have to push ourselves creatively here. I don't know where things will end up. You know, sometimes like we'll want to claw it back, but we've got to have an outlet to do that. And that's what TCL is. And now we've just been taping it and filming it and letting you see it. Matt has been the star of TCL. So if you want to send your fan club, just send it.
Send your mail to him.
Send it to TCL. I've got all the DMs like, we love Matt. And I'm like,
we get it.
Tibi
I
Comedy
literally
Lab.
feel like I've got Harry Styles, and I'm like, okay, guys, in the DMs, I get it. Matt, we love Matt. Matt, we love you too.
What
So.
do you want? Oh, there he is.
Hey, what, Matt?
Oh, stop.
Oh, Matt. Okay. All right. So I know that this was helpful. I am so glad that you guys joined us today. So many of you did, and you probably have to get back to work or whatever, or to sleep. But that's it. And okay, so very quickly, I'm supposed to sign off on get your appointments booked for LA. Make your appointments for either the St. Simon's store or the New York store if you come in town. The team will love to see you, and they will give you such great attention. But if you want to make sure that you're seeing the person that you want to see, go ahead and book an appointment, and the appointments are great. I am going to,
Book an appointment virtually with me so that I can also help you if you're working on things e-commerce related. I can help you to get your sizing and make a purchase there.
And she can really help you with that stuff. You guys,
Yeah.
when you write me, like, I'm kind of helpful, but she's the real deal. I'm going to be in Athens, Georgia this weekend. But that's for my son. Not for
Tomorrow I
me.
have
It's like, what event is in Nappa?
I know.
My son. And wait.
Copeland.
And then, right, no, I
Right.
know that. So the following week, I'm very excited. I'm going to be in Columbia, South Carolina with Copeland's. And Copeland's, Bruce at Copeland's, that is the sweet spot in my heart. He is the OG first 13 colonies that we had. And he's one of my first 13 accounts. I think it was like number 6. So love them, and I can't wait to be with them because we're going to be celebrating like 26 years together. And then after Copeland's, we're going to be, Sarah and I are going to be out with Max in Denver and in Boulder. And then the team is headed out to LA. Then I am going to be in Austin. I'm going to do a few appointments with some people at Kick Fleet, but I am very much going out there for a wonderful event with Breitling watches. And remember, Breitling, this all started in the most authentic way possible. This was my birthday gift to myself, a watch that I had been coveting for years and years. And I'm just keeping it real, like this is how we do things here. And then after that, we go to Milan and Berlin and Zurich and Antwerp.
We have a shopping event in the store tomorrow, but it's RSVP, so if you saw the link, please make sure you did. Don't
Sign
just
up.
show up for that. Yeah.
And Saint Jean Cap Ferrat and June and
Tracy has an
July.
Instagram, go follow her.
And
And- Tracy.Tibi.
Tracy with the I, guys.
She figured out a way to retain her anonymity was to sketch herself. Apparently, she does not take pictures in a mirror before she travels like I do. She's been sketching herself.
To pack
And
her
now she's
clothing.
putting those sketches. Yeah,
She showed me. She's like, "This is my outfit from St. Simon's."
I know. It was all sketched
It was all
out.
sketches.
And I know you guys love her already.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you very much. And we will see you, whoever will see you next week. I'm in Columbia. I'll probably do something from, I will do something from Copeland. All right, guys. Bye.